We all been in that situation where the second we decide to reload, somebody pull up and have us looking like mango. One of the most annoying ways to die. But no one ever explains how you can avoid dying while reloading. I used to die like this more than any other way, which is why I'm not gonna only explain but show you exactly how to control COD timing, so it's impossible that you die off another streak. Now this first tip is something that everybody need to listen to. This is probably the way you're dying. Most likely 90% of you are dying. The most common way I see people die to reloading in Call of Duty, period, point blank, not even just Black Ops 6, is because they be reloading after every kill or be reloading after every 2 seconds. Every time they shoot, they reload. This is the worst habit you can possibly develop, and I'm pretty sure almost every player has developed this habit at one point because you just so used to playing fast. You so used to just moving around. You think you gotta reload every 2 seconds because you barely got any bullets in your gun, which we're gonna get into in about a few minutes. But this is a habit that I had to literally break. I couldn't develop a new habit. I had to break this habit. Break is aggressive. That means you have to fully break the habit, get rid of it. It never happens again. I used to reload after every kill, every single kill. Or every 2 kills. Every time I saw 2-3 people on the screen, I would kill them. Next thing you know, reload, somebody show up, I get smoked, and that's the end of what I got going on. So if you're a new player out there who just starting to play the game or just now getting into COD, make sure you don't be reloading after every kill. Do not, please, I beg you, do not reload after every time you kill somebody. Probably wait a little bit and then see if anybody there, and then you can reload. Now listen, I got a gameplay review for y'all right here. Y'all need to watch this little excerpt, and I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I did in this clip I'm gonna show you exactly why it's important to not always reload after every single kill. So look at this. So look, I just spawned. This is a bit too loud. Look, I'm running out right here, right? Boom. So I see where they at. I kill him. Look, I don't reload. I thought there was an enemy up there. I don't reload. As you can see right there, I have 36 bullets, even though my TikTok thing in the way. But I have 36 bullets in the gun, but I don't reload. Notice how I could have, but I didn't, because I'm waiting for more enemies to come by. Now I see 2 people right here. Killed them. I have 13 bullets. Now I reload. Now I'm gonna explain to you why I reloaded in this clip a little bit later in the video, but just know I knew it was safe to reload right here. Now I reload. Look, I keep going. I'm gonna start the sequence again. Look, kill one. I don't think I saw this dude over there. I can't remember if I did or not, but I ended up killing him, but I did not reload. See right here, if I would have just reloaded instantly, watch what would happen. This dude would have came out, he probably would have shot me because I know how slow the reload be when you have a normal mag on in this game. It's very, very slow. Look, I killed him. Boom. I still haven't reloaded. Now I reload when I get back to like a cover area. I kill him. I don't reload. Same sequence over and over again. Look at this. Now I pull out my gun. We're going to explain that in a minute. This is why it is so important that you do not consistently reload after every kill or every 2 kills. Because if I would have reloaded after like that first kill, I would have gotten smoked multiple times in that one clip. But as you can see in the clips, I also went over how I was always in a safe position when I actually did start to reload. Which brings me to tip number 2. Only reload when you are in a guaranteed safe place. A lot of y'all just be reloading all up in the open. Y'all be in the open. Y'all think y'all safe because y'all behind some cover. Next thing you know, you just nowhere near your team. You think, okay, I'm gonna reload right here. You get smoked. Now back to this review. As y'all can see right here, boom. Notice how I put out the secondary. Look, we're gonna play the clip right here. I reload my gun. I shoot him. Boom. I look over there. I don't see nothing because smoking away. Enemy pushed me here. I didn't even see him at first. He just missed a whole bunch of bullets. Now look, I had 11 bullets in the gun, and I switched to my automatic pistol and I start running. Look at this. I run away because this dude, I know this dude in the back. And at any moment, what if he just slid out right there or slid out right here? I had my gun, so he couldn't have did it. So I knew I was safe to run away. That is why it is important to pull out your secondary if you need to get out of the enemy zone. That was an enemy zone right there. Let me rewind it for y'all boys. Boom, right here. Smoke him. Smoke him. I know there's someone in the back. It could be somebody coming out this spawn right here. You never know. That's why I had to hurry up and get up out of there, and I didn't even have full health, so I knew it was time to dip. Now, speaking of secondary weapons, that brings me to tip number 3. It's kind of like a 2-in-1 tip. It kind of is the same, but switch to the secondary when you run out of ammo. So in that clip, as you can see, I did not run out of ammo, but I still switched to it. But this third tip kind of goes for if an enemy is near. Now right there, I clearly wasn't in any danger, but I kind of was still cautious about the enemy that was running in the back of my spawn. But say you kill like 3 of them, you kind of in their spawn, they running out. You feel like another one finna run out. You know you can't run away. You know you ain't got no bullets in your gun. And you gotta switch to that secondary every time, bro. And you gonna use that secondary to fight the next battle until you can run out of there. You do this to stay on guard in the enemy zone, of course, but you also want to like clear out each line of sight. Any open lanes you see in your little area, you want to clear it out. When I say clear it out, you want to check it and swipe through it to make sure there's no one there, or make sure there's like teammates there blocking that area so you know enemies can't get through. So if you feel like an enemy is near but you don't know for sure, that's when you want to switch to secondary and scope out the scenery. Now once again, back with the gameplay review, because this is the most efficient way I can show y'all how to do things. So boom, we're gonna get straight into it. Look at this. So I come out here, we on Skyline. I know people like to run on this bar side, so look, I scope out this area right here. Me and the teammate both scoped it out, but I looked over here too to make sure, because you know the teammates don't be having no type of gun game sometimes. And look, I look over here, I slide over here, sniper, boom, somebody right there. I see 2 people. Sniper can't hit nothing though. Gun him. I move over here. The sniper actually killed my partner right there, so that's something. Now I slide back over to re-challenge. It was kind of an ego challenge. I wouldn't recommend challenging a sniper like that, but yeah. Look, and then I slide to this bar. I see him. He thought he was finna do something to me. Gunned him. Now I move over here. I saw some dude's shadow, and you can also see him on the map. So look, I look this way, but they already gunned him. And then I kill this dude. Then I run back to the bar because I know they spawning back there. So look, I scoped out this area to make sure nobody ran over here behind this little table or on this bar area on this head glitch. So I looked over there real quick. You ain't gotta look for like 5 seconds. You can look real quick and make sure nobody there. Then I slide over here, boom. And I notice he right here. I think he gunned me. I ain't gonna lie. You know, some weak stuff. But somebody actually was on that left side. That's why it's important that you scope out the scenery every time, like meatball. Now off the tip number 4, it's more of a class setup type tip, but you should take it into consideration because most people do not know this. Tip number 4, use mags with more ammo, but not too much. Now when I say use mags with more ammo, it's important to do that so that way you can keep them bullets in your gun, because if you only have like 20 bullets in your gun and then you try to do what I did in the first gameplay review I showed y'all, it's not gonna work out so well. You can't kill 3 enemies with 20 bullets unless your aim is really good and that gun is really good too. So more ammo is gonna help you take out 5, 6, 7, even 8 enemies sometimes if you have like one of them ARs with 70 round mags on them, or the bullfrog, or what they call it, the PP919 in this game, or whatever they call it. Bigger mags is gonna help you tremendously, but listen man, be careful with don't put on the biggest mag if you trying to run and gun. Do not put on the biggest mag. Why you don't want to put on the biggest mag? Because when you put on the biggest mag, it's gonna slow down your ADS speed, it's gonna slow down your sprint to fire speed, and when that happens, listen to me, when that happens, you're gonna probably start losing a little bit more gunfights. But if you're more of like a tactical player, you like to pre-aim everywhere, then maybe you can go for that. But if you like to run around and just gun people straight up like that, then I would not recommend putting on the biggest mag. Try putting on probably a speed mag, or try putting on a smaller mag. See me on my LC10, I think I have a 45 round mag on there. I don't even have the biggest mag. Why? Because if I have the biggest mag, it's gonna slow down how I move. Now, if you're somebody, like I said, if you don't want to use a mag with the lowest ammo or really low ammo, to use a speed mag. A speed mag reloads quickly too, so it's good to have those. But the last and final tip I got on this list for y'all, tip number 5, get better aim. Get better aim so you don't have to reload all the time. The more bullets you hit, the faster you kill enemies, and the faster you kill enemies, the more bullets you will have in your mag. Now, as you can see in that clip that I showed y'all for the first time, I killed probably 3 enemies and still had 11 bullets left. I could have used those 11 bullets and still probably killed another enemy, or maybe even 2 more enemies. Even though I still pulled out the secondary just to be sure. That secondary had 60 bullets and I had to make sure. Now, you don't know what they be doing. They be breaking cameras, all types of stuff. Like I said, the more precise bullets you land, the less bullets it will take to kill somebody. So if you land probably 3, 4 bullets to the chest with the LC10, then you won't have to worry about having only 2 bullets left in the mag. You got a full mag, 45 round mag. You land 4 or 5 bullets to kill them. You still got 40 bullets. Even though you might sometimes overshoot and like shoot 2, 3 more out of the mag. That's why it's so important. Guns are very fast. It's very rapid fire. Unless you are using a single fire gun that's going, then you're gonna be, you know, if you have that, then don't have to worry about this. I mean, you still have to worry about hitting those precise shots, but it's kind of a little bit less on the list. Now look, back on the gameplay review, I gotta show y'all every time to make sure y'all understand. Look, boom. So right now I have 45 bullets in my gun. That's a teammate. I start shooting at him. 39 bullets right there, bro. I ain't even reload either. Mine needs a reload. But look, I come right here. I had 39 bullets, mind you that. It looked like I hit every shot, but those little pixels that you see right there, like it's a little bit off right there, it misses. I have 26 bullets now. I went from 39 to 26 bullets. That means I lost 13 bullets in that one little single altercation right there, bro. This is why it is important that you have precise aim. This is why aim is so important. You won't run out of bullets that quickly if you have good aim. This is why I say every day, practice your aim. Practice your aim, practice your aim. When you first get on the game, practice your aim on bots. I'm telling you, even though it seems like you're just shooting bots, you're shooting computers, so it's like, oh, it's not really doing much. It's doing a lot. Trust me, it's doing a lot. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more tips and tricks, more helpful, insightful videos like this, then subscribe to this channel. I post every single day. Every single day I post new tips and tricks that nobody has ever heard about, like this video right here. Nobody ever talks about how to not die while reloading, so I decided to make this video to help y'all. Because back when I first started, I ain't have this video. I wish I did, but I ain't have it. So subscribe if you learned something new today and want to continue learning new things every single day when it comes to improving at Call of Duty, or it could be just life advice. I could teach y'all on that stuff too. Also in the evening Eastern time, I live stream on YouTube either around 7 or at latest 10. I live stream, so you can come in there and ask me any tips you need, anything you need. I got it in my arsenal ready to share with y'all. Or if you're interested in taking your skill to the next level, then go down in the description below and sign up for the Patreon. It's also going to be in the comment section below if y'all don't know how to get to the description, which I don't know how you don't know how to do that, but it's also going to be in the comment section below for anybody who want to look for it. So you can also see it right there where you can leave your comments too and ask me any questions. Ask me any question you need and I'm ready to answer it. This COD coaching, I done drunk people from the dead, bro. They didn't even want to play Black Ops 6. They saw this game, was like, I ain't playing it. Then I taught them how to play correctly. Now they want to play it. I promise you, I will not waste your time. You can finally come home from school, from work, from any activity you're doing, and finally have fun playing the game. Or if you feel like you're not fast enough, you feel like you don't think fast enough when it comes to difficult situations in Black Ops 6, then go check out my previous video right here.